touch with the Voyager. In stores now.
Hi, this is Tim, the founder of Pandora. The video you're about to watch is the first in a three-part series on Tree, a sustainable recording studio in Atlanta, Georgia. Hope you like it.
I've always been very in tune to the environment. I grew up in South Florida. I spent a lot of time in the Everglades, in the Keys, at the beach. So I spent a lot of time in nature. When we moved to Georgia, it was the same. I spent a lot of time on the lakes and rivers and the mountains. And I started realizing, even in the 70s, man, we're trashing the place, and nobody seems to care. And so I thought, you know, what am I going to do? How can I? But I started becoming more and more certain that I wanted to have, in the long run of my life, I wanted to be able to have a positive influence, you know, in the way that lots of other environmentalists have had in the past, to change the direction of the future and to create some sort of conservation. So I started wondering how to go about it. I thought, you know, music has had such a vast influence on my life, and there's so many life lessons that I have learned from songs that I've heard throughout my life and still continue to do, that I thought, that's the way. If I can somehow get that environmental message into popular music. So to me, I think music became kind of a last political frontier for being able to affect some social change, especially on the environmental front. But the studio is traditionally not a place where you find environmental conservation. But it is a place where we make ridiculously influential material, stuff that influences people all over the planet. And so now that we've gotten to a level of being in a studio that makes mainstream popular music, and a lot of it, we've been pushing the environmental angles. And it's been a long road. It's been almost 20 years that I've been doing the studio thing, and it's only been in the last few that I've been able to pull green aspects into what we do. Right now we have an organic garden in the front yard that you kind of walk through when you come into the facility, and that affects every client that comes here, because you can tell it's not a regular garden when you walk up. And it's surprising the number of people who say, what is that? And you're like, it's a freaking tomato plant, dude. We're installing a bunch of wind and solar PV this year coming up, with 2 new construction projects that we're pulling off that are both going to be LEED certified. We also do rainwater catchment systems. So we recover all of our rainwater to use for watering our garden. We use fluorescent lights in a lot of the places. All of our outdoor lighting is being replaced now with fluorescent lighting. We, of course, have intensive recycling. All of our paper and office products are recycled. All of our snack stuff is basically, you know, earth-friendly, organic kind of stuff. We plant a tree every day with Trees for the Future. And we also plant a tree for every invoice we send out. Just because it's cheap. It costs 15 cents or something. It's like nothing, come on. Everybody should do it. It's amazing how easy it is to do, first of all. And secondly, it's more amazing how attracted the artists that we work with, whether it's a rap artist, whether it's heavy metal, whether it's a folk singer, whether it's a country artist, a reggae band, it doesn't matter. They all seem to be attracted to the environmental message. And so we kind of are subtly, you know, in the studio side of it, subtly we're affecting the way these artists think, and hopefully that will in turn affect the songs that they write and the music that they put out, and then that will in turn affect future generations. Tree Leaf Music is an independent label that we've formed to basically give money back to environmental causes through album projects. And so from every project that we do, whether the artist is motivated, you know, for a specific cause or not, we'll take a portion of our proceeds as a label and give that to the Dogwood Alliance as an example. Or we'll, in a better case scenario for us, we'll have a project that's created and focused around a specific issue. And we'll get a bunch of artists on board for that issue. We'll make a product for that issue. And for the life of that product, however long people buy it, the money will go to that cause. And so that's kind of the mission for Tree Leaf Music, to not only create revenue and awareness and education for environmental causes, but also, and this is, I think, just as important or more important than raising a dollar, is to create an awareness for kids and make it really cool. Imagine the world we would live in if Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, and the Rolling Stones, just to pick three, were all environmentalists and made that clear in their product, in their distribution, in their touring, in the places they recorded, and in the messages they had in their music. If that would be true, we would live in a vastly different world than we live in now. So my idea is if the next Beatles, the next Stones, the next Zeppelin, whoever it is, the next Outkast, or even Outkast, which they're very hip, Andre's a vegan, he's a very green dude. If we can get those kinds of level of artists that affect children and adults the same, like I said, on a worldwide scale, we can change the world. We can change the entire world just through songs and music, because I think Bono said, music changes the world because music changes people. People change the world.
One love.
Taxi! Let's go.
You're doing great.
Take the tunnel.
Can you hear me now?
Good. Cause honey, it's time.
Tell him that he's got
Honey,
it.
it's time. Go to the hospital. He knows how to get their mom stuff.
We test our network every day, so you get America's most reliable network, Verizon Wireless.